beginning to settle into the space where you are. In this moment, finding room for ease. Being aware of any spots in your body that just need a little bit more support. Maybe a pillow or a blanket. If you're lying flat, maybe bend the knees or roll to the side. Perhaps even consider sitting up. Notice whether the eyes want to be closed or slightly open, a nice soft gaze. Allowing yourself to be present with what is necessary in this moment. For you to let go just a little bit. To allow yourself to be held. Finding the rhythm of your breath. Ebbing and flowing back and forth. Noticing how the breath dances with the body. Moving through and making space in different parts. Perhaps the rib cage and upper back, the mid back, the low back, the belly, the diaphragm, the pelvic bowl, perhaps even the shoulders. Just noticing this movement of the breath throughout the body. As we begin to settle, today's Nidra is Runic, which means we'll be working with runes from the Elder Futhark tradition, which is Germanic and Norse, sometimes seen in some Celtic circles, but mostly Germanic and Norse. And maybe you're familiar with these runes, maybe you're not. You don't have to be. What I want you to imagine is that you can cup the hands together and feel the weight of the runes in your hands. Perhaps they are stone or wooden. Some are made of bone. Noticing the textures of the runes that come up for you, how they weigh, how they interact with the skin of the hands. Perhaps you trace the lines burned or carved into the runes themselves. And you don't need to know the symbols to just begin to familiarize yourself with them. Maybe connecting with ancient wisdom, or maybe just connecting in this moment with the way these runes are interpreted right now across the world. Holding sacred meaning and inspiration for those who interact with them. Some might cast them upon a cloth or the earth. Others just might pick a rune out of a bag. Still others may pull runes with a cherished friend or guide, cupping the runes themselves on an inhale and exhale, releasing them into their guide's hands, and then picking the ones that call to them. Intuitive tools are just that. They're connected with your intuition. And as we talk about this, perhaps sound arises hearing the clinking of them together. Perhaps you feel it more in the texture and the weight in the palms, or you notice the color of them. If they're wooden, what tree they may be made out of, whether they're rough or glossy. If stone, are there precious gems, such as aventurine, amethyst, hematite, or amazonite, colors that leap and connects with you. Or perhaps you feel the gloss of bone itself. Just noticing both visually, texturally, and audibly, what arises for you as we bring this imaginal experience of runes into being. We're going to move through the body, and as we do, capture the essence of some of these runes themselves, woven into the rotation. And perhaps for you, you imagine these stones, these bones, these little wooden carvings are placed at different points along the body. Or you just bring awareness to those body parts, feeling the lines connecting them. For some, this might feel like a flow of water or a flame lighting its way across the body. Or maybe you just are aware of a slight sensation. No wrong or right, this is your practice, and it is perfect just as it is. Beginning at the right foot, connecting with the right foot in this moment, moving up to the right shoulder, feeling that line, that rhythm. Moving awareness now to the side of the left ribs. Noticing that angle downward. And then all the way down to the side of the left foot. And as you do so, perhaps you are beginning to connect with a sense of strength in this moment. A sense of your own power, strong as an ox, formidable, not to be messed with. Feeling that strength vibrate through you, pulsing in the bones and the muscles and the tissues. Noticing how it feels to connect with strength in the body in this moment. Take a breath in and out. Releasing and clearing. Beginning to bring awareness now to the left ear. Down to the left elbow and up to the right shoulder. Perhaps feeling sensation or tracing lines of light or movement of water. Bringing awareness down to the right knee, up to the left hip, and back down to the left knee. Connecting with the playfulness of divination, of secret mysteries, of magic and wonder. The dice cup itself, the initiation into these mysteries. And as we have this essence of runes, it's as though we're holding space for the experience itself. Noticing what lights up in your body as you do so. Take a breath in and out. Cleansing and clearing, as though we could etch-a-sketch the body, making space for something new. Now bringing awareness to that left shoulder joint. Tracing along to the right hip. And back down to that left knee. Feeling the lines, the vibration, the movement. The sensations at each point as though they were pulsing and coming to life. Maybe upon each point you feel the weight of a rune or a stone. Bringing to mind this sense of inner light, a torch fire that has been lit. Maybe you feel the warmth of this torch or the crackling of the flame. as though your inner vision was awakened. Maybe images come to mind, or just a sense of a truth within you that the body knows. Sometimes this is experienced as sensation, seeing words, or just feeling into the breath and the heart, and knowing what is right and real for you in this moment. A sense of authenticity. Breathing into this and releasing. And we take a breath to cleanse and to clear. Just noticing what's arising in the body as we've moved through these first 3 runes. Uruz, Perthro, Kano. Feeling their essence. Or noticing if anything else comes up for you. I suggested different connections you might have, but maybe you have your own experiences. And that is just right. And then we begin to make room for 2 more runes. Awareness comes to the right foot, all the way up to the right shoulder joint, down to the left elbow, and then awareness at the right side of the waist, down to the left hip, feeling the vibrance and the power of these lines in connection, moving and coursing through your body. And as we do so, there is a sense of opening in the ears and the heart, and you hear the voice of the goddess. Perhaps it's a still small voice, or perhaps it is resounding through you, feeling the vibration of the sound, feeling these messages in your bones themselves, as though the rib cage were to shake with the knowledge of this inner message. And feeling into its truth, just as we connected with that sense of inner vision, hearing this divine voice move through us, helping us to know what is true, what is real, and what is right for us in this moment. Ansuz, the voice of the goddess, divine hearing, inner wisdom. Once more, bringing your awareness back to that right foot. Take a breath in and out. And when you're ready, moving awareness from the right foot all the way up to the right shoulder, across and down to the left elbow, and back across to the right hip. Tracing the movement, feeling the lines of electricity flowing through. Breathing in. Releasing when you're ready. And as we do so, we connect with joy and bliss, harmony. Feeling so alive in this moment, feeling so connected with that which is peaceful within us, but that which alights with wonder. A sense of serendipity and passion. The giddiness of a deep love. feeling this sense of joy. Unja. And as we move back through the body, through joy, that divine voice, inner vision, the dice cup and the initiations of mysteries, magic itself, to that strength and feeling how these qualities connect and dance with each other. Are they overlapping? Do they feel distinct? Are they present in different parts of the body? There are so many runes we didn't even visit in this practice, but just noticing how these messages arose within you. And take a breath. Exhale into the heart. And inhale, allowing the heart and that energy to move throughout the body. And releasing back down to the feet. Bringing awareness now to both feet and knees, hips, up through the spine, the waist, the mid-back and the rib cage, the upper back and the shoulder blades, the heart center herself, through the nape of the neck and the space between the collarbones, both shoulders and the fronts and sides of the neck, the back of the neck, both ears, the skin beneath the ears, the jaw and the chin, the cheeks and the nostrils, both eyes and eyelids, the temples, the forehead and that spot above the head. And as we move through the body, feeling that sense of vibrance move through each part of our body, connected and content, finding support and ease, connecting with older wisdom and modern truth, with that which is alive throughout these communities around the world, these magic makers, and that which is present within us. Just noticing, feeling the resonance, the heartbeat of these interactions. Beginning to bring your awareness once more back to the breath itself, ebbing and flowing like the flicker of a candle flame. Noticing how the body receives breath and how it releases it. Bringing awareness now into the external body, to the skin and the sensations against the skin, temperature of the room and textures, the feeling of the air against your face, noticing any connection with the fingertips and where the hands lie. Maybe noticing sounds nearby, and the light at the back of the eyes, or a soft hazy light if the eyes are slightly open. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe move the fingers, the toes, the shoulders, or the neck. Allow the head to sweep from side to side if that feels nice. And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, blending the inner world and the outer world. Ashe, and so it is. This Runic Nidra is complete. Be well, y'all.